Somewhere in the middle of the Pacific lies a place so beautiful it barely feels real. Welcome to Bora Bora, an island often described as paradise on earth. But beyond the spectacular views, what's it actually like to dine here? I decided to explore the culinary side of this island wonderland. Hi guys, I'm Anya, and on this channel I share my dining experiences from all over the world. From fine dining restaurants to local places that really stand out for their food. Today I'm sharing my experience at Le Corail, located at the InterContinental Bora Bora Resort and Thalasso Spa. Bora Bora is one of those places that many people think of as paradise on earth. It's known for its crystal clear water, lush mountain peaks, and those overwater villas. For me, it was a dream destination since I was a kid, so being here honestly felt a bit unreal. Bora Bora has a main island, but most of the luxury resorts are located on smaller islets called motus. And one of those is where the InterContinental Bora Bora Resort and Thalasso Spa is located. The resort is actually going to close for renovation very soon and reopen as a different hotel, but the restaurant is expected to stay. We stayed here for 3 days during our honeymoon. Since the resort is located on a motu, the only way to get there is by taking a scenic 20-minute boat ride across the lagoon from the main island. The restaurant itself directly overlooks the resort's private protected lagoonarium, which is a sanctuary where guests can swim among tropical fish and learn about coral conservation. It's also where the resort's overwater wedding chapel is. However, at night you don't really see the chapel or the marine life below. Instead, the entire setting takes on a very private, almost isolated feel, completely cut off from the rest of the world. The restaurant operates with just 28 seats in total. Inside, the atmosphere is very quiet. The dining room has round tables, modern interior, and soft lighting from lamps and candles. The background music is kept very low, and the staff speaks quietly, almost in whispers. As the evening went on and guests left, we ended up completely alone in the restaurant. At that point, it honestly felt a bit too quiet and slightly uncomfortable for me, so I even asked if they could turn up the Tahitian music a little bit. Despite the quietness, it never felt stiff or overly formal. What I absolutely loved was the traditional styling of the staff. It was a wonderful touch that immediately made the fine dining experience feel culturally authentic rather than stiff. And it's also worth mentioning that the restaurant has the largest wine cellar in French Polynesia. Le Corail offers both a la carte dining and a tasting menu. We opted for the tasting menu, which is priced at 22,000 Pacific franc, roughly $198 per person. To go with it, you can choose between two wine pairings. The regular pairing for 9,500 Pacific franc, around $85, or the prestige pairing for 16,900 Pacific franc, around $152. We chose the prestige pairing, and knowing that the restaurant has the largest wine cellar in French Polynesia made it an easy choice for us. We started with 2 Amuse-Bouches, small bites highlighting local ingredients. One was a seafood bite with pineapple, while the other was smoked mustard and lobster with potato and bacon. I might not remember every detail exactly, but together they made a really strong first impression. The bites were honestly amazing. Then we were served different soles, one local from Bora Bora and one infused with vanilla from Taho Island. Along with that came 3 different butters, a smoky one with ginger and lemon, and one with vanilla. We could choose between different breads, and I went for the olive bread. The bread itself was very good, and together with the soles and especially the vanilla butter, it was a really strong start to the meal. Next, we had a potato-based soup topped with a marinade, mint gel, mint oil, buckwheat, and pickled nuts. It was light, fresh, and very enjoyable. The first wine we were served was a Bourgogne Aligoté 2021, made from 100% Aligoté grapes. Then came ravioli stuffed with local scallops, infused with aromatic pandan and lemon chili, and finished with a creamy pandan-infused coconut milk sauce. The tropical aromatic flavors worked beautifully together, but the ravioli itself was a bit too firm in texture. For the next two dishes, we had a rosé from Château Romasson, Côte de Provence, 2023. The next dish was smoked pineapple from Tahiti with vegetables and bell pepper puree. Then came the sea urchin from Bora Bora, served with grapefruit, topped with a seawater foam with gin, a spicy sorbet, and homemade lemon caviar. Unfortunately, the sea urchin dish did not work for me at all. There was a heavy amount of grapefruit, and the intense bitterness completely overpowered that delicate sea urchin. You couldn't really taste it, which was disappointing, especially since I really wanted to experience local sea urchin. The wine pairing did help a bit, though neither my husband nor I are fans of grapefruit. I actually hate it, so this was definitely not a dish for me. I can imagine that this might appeal more to a French palate, as we had similar grapefruit-heavy dishes in France that I also didn't quite understand. The next wine was a Pouilly Fouizé Tête de Cuvée by Château Fouizé, 100% Chardonnay. Then we had parahapewe fish, a local steaming fish slowly cooked and served with taro in 3 different forms. A taro sponge cake, a taro siphon, and a taro tartare finished with green papaya. The fish itself was really good with great flavor, but the overall dish lacked enough contrast in texture and felt quite soft throughout. The sauce was quite neutral, almost bechamel-like, and didn't really do anything to elevate the fish. Next, we were served the Telegram Châteauneuf du Pape 2022 by Famille Brunier. Then we had a gyoza with pork from Rapa Island, served with vegetable tartare, a granita to refresh the palate, vegetable broth, and black sesame. The flavors were good, but it felt a bit too simple for what you would expect from a menu at this level. The next wine was a muscat from Corsica. For dessert, we had a lemon-based dish with lemon ganache, mint hearts, and finger lime. It was good, but at this point, we were already very full. Then came another dessert with meringue and sorbet with white cheese mousse, as well as petit four. Again, very good, but we couldn't finish everything, so we had to ask to take the rest as takeaway. In the end, we were also brought a surprise.
Do you like champagne?
Yes.
Oh, lovely.
Which champagne is this?
Alors, this is the Gyoza Rosé from Reims in France, in Champagne. And it's made with 3 different grapes, like a Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, and Pinot Meunier. And you try this, it's very fruity, and we are on the honey aromas. Lovely.
And then there was something I've never experienced before. They not only packed up the remaining desserts for us, but also told us we could bring the unfinished wine back to our Overwater villa. Service at Le Corail was easily the highlight of the entire evening. The staff was simply amazing. Warm, enthusiastic, and professional from start to finish. You could tell they were genuinely passionate about the menu and took time to explain every single course. Their enthusiasm for the wines was especially noticeable, and they were highly knowledgeable about the pairings. What truly left a lasting impression was the generosity of the staff. And as I've mentioned in previous videos when talking about dining in Asia, where I often find the wine pairings quite small with no refills, this felt like the complete opposite. Overall, this was a very memorable experience. We walked away feeling completely spoiled by the incredible hospitality. At the same time, if I'm being completely honest, not every dish fully met my expectations. The sea urchin dish, for example, really wasn't for me. And there were also some other dishes that didn't feel as refined as they could have been. But there were also dishes that were really interesting, and I enjoyed exploring local ingredients from French Polynesia and seeing them elevated through classic French techniques. It's not often you get to try Polynesian cuisine presented in a fine dining way, and that alone made it worth it. And with that, we reached the end of today's episodes. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. There's a lot more restaurant, travel, and other content coming soon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.